to Raising Happy and Thriving Gifted Kids, a daily podcast where you get relatable stories, interesting lessons, and practical tips to help your kids thrive and be happy while enjoying your own life even more. Today we're going to talk about the fourth letter of the PERMA model. We're talking about the scientific model behind motivation and well-being from positive psychology. We talked about positive emotions, we talked about engagement, about relationships. And if you haven't, please go back and revisit those previous episodes because they have a lot of valuable meaning. But today, talking about meaning, we are going to talk about, yes, there it is, meaning. And so I want to recount a little story that happened with my daughter. My daughter was in regular school, one of my three daughters, and she moved on to special education because she had quite a number of special educational needs. And the school she went to is a school I set up myself, School of Understanding. And one of the things that we focus on a lot is a positive, constructive life attitude and a way of dealing with life. And one of the things that we talk a lot about is random acts of kindness, doing kind things to other people that, simply just because they make other people happy. And one of the things you can do is pay a lot of compliments. So when we came to school, like after 2 months, the teachers were talking about how positive the influence of our daughter had been because she'd been making compliments to everybody and had been infectious. Everybody was giving more compliments these days. And this is one small example of adding meaning to your life. And meaning, in the terms of positive psychology, they talk about values in action. So to make sure that you do things that are in alignment with your values. So if making people happier is one of your values, you should take actions to, make that happen. So paying people compliments is one of the ways to do that. And it actually turns out that kids aren't all that good at it. By the way, we adults aren't either. So it's a matter of practicing it. And so the assignment of random acts of kindness is a very valuable one. Every day do one small thing to make other people happy. Help somebody cross the street, reach to the bottom shelf in the store where somebody has a hard time reaching it, but do something that makes a positive impact on somebody else. And this is actually a very fun thing, like an actual activity you can go do with your kids. Go with your kids to, the nearest supermarket or a mall or something, and just find places where you can do kind things. It's a fun exercise also to look it up online on, Instagram or Pinterest or something. There's like a gazillion exampls. But it's a bonding activity, but it's also a very powerful activity because doing things that make other people happy tends to have a long-lasting, pretty profound and significant impact on your life and on other people's lives. And doing this as an activity together with your kids really shows them a different way of building towards their own happiness and yours. So your homework assignment for today is twofold. One, do a random act of kindness yourself. And second, motivate your kids and go talk to them to find a random act of kindness to go to together. Okay, hey, check in. I would love to hear your stories either on, our Instagram or Facebook or somewhere where you can find us. Let us know what your random act of kindness was and what the effect was. Okay, have fun. If you liked this episode of Raising Happy and Thriving Kids, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast in your favorite podcast software. And if you want to dive deeply into all the things you can do to help your kids thrive, be happier while making your own life more enjoyable, go to smartparentingsecrets.com, where you can get free additional training. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, bring out the best in yourself and each other.